We've finally made it. The final round of Season 4 regular season is upon us, and we have a cracking game between two of the top 6 sides before losing or end your season. It's the last chance to make the game your own, and the Jaguares will put their undefeated streak on the line in the last game of the regular season, and up against them will be our boys, the Celtic Dragons, one of our 5 subscriber teams for the last time in the regular season. Hello everyone, and welcome back along to the GRC, the Global Rugby Challenge, the series where you guys take the field against the world's elite. And I mean, what's been more elite this season than the Jaguares? Undefeated. And with this final game of the season, they go into the playoffs regardless of result in number 1 spot. They've beaten everyone so far bar these Dragons, and the team that sits down in 4th, you put them favourites because they've done it against the Flakers, they've done it against the Toa, they've done it against everyone. Most recently, well, they had an easy game against the Exeter Chiefs in round 12. They absolutely pummeled them, 54 points to 6, but the round before that it was a close victory as well, 31-28 over the Guardians of the Crib. But every subscriber clash of these boys has been close, but the big fact is they've come out on the right side. They are at home tonight, and they've named a very strong side, unchanged over the last couple of weeks. They seem to have stemmed the injury flow that is coming from their number 9 jumper, and they'll look for once again a strong performance from Sebastian Cancelliere in that jersey. He'll partner in the halves with the Jacqueline Diaz-Borisha, and with the experience of Geronimo De La Fuente and Matthias Orlando in midfield, they look like they could be another strong performer tonight. Left wing, we'll see Emiliano Bufali along with Matthias Moroni on the right. Jacqueline Tucklet will be there at fullback, and it is a very strong fullback as we expect from these Jaguares. Santiago Botta, Augustine Creevy and Santiago Medrano, the front row. Guido Petty, Thomas Lavanini in the middle of the pack. Juan Manuel Luguzamon is at 6, Pablo Matera at 7, and Javier Desio will line up at number 8 for this very good, unbeaten Jaguares side. Up against them will be the Celtic Dragons, the only team yet to play them, of course, and the last subscriber team in action for the regular season of season number 4. This season, on contrast, has been, well, not the greatest. They've been held to a couple of draws by some average teams as well, and a 7-win, 2-draw, 2-loss record. They sit in 4th and fairly comfortably as well. They can't drop any lower with recent results in this final round as well, but they could if they do the unthinkable, and that is beating the Jaguares by a bonus point. They could take 3rd position off the Flakers. This seems awfully unlikely, but you've got to be in the races to have a chance of crossing that line first. So the Dragons will give themselves every hope that they could do that. Their most recent results, well, they'll look back and say maybe they should be already in that position to take 3rd spot. In round 12, they lost to the Saracens 24-20, and that will go down as a massively missed opportunity. In round 11, just before that, they took out the French side Clermont with an ease, really, 28 points to 12, and they look like they were on track for a strong end to their season. This is it though, they could go into those playoffs, they're going to be playing the preliminary matches, whereas their opponents, the Jaguares, will be going straight to a weekend off, straight into those semi-finals. This could be a rematch in a fortnight's time, but for now, this is the last chance for the Dragons to impress. Let's have a look at their side. Starting for tonight, we'll go conventional this time, starting off the front row. Regan Hall, Daniel Jenkins, and Buzz Cooketta Daniel will be their front row. In the second row, Adam Minnett-Jones and Craig Anderson will line up at 4 and 5. Caleb Cook moves to 6. Milton Simiyu will be there at 7. And Christian Tornatore will line up in the big number 8 jumper. Payman Silva comes in at 9, and he'll partner Will Rogers with the boots at 10. The midfield is experienced, big and strong, and very smart as well. Steve Ticox at 12, captain of the team yet again, and Oscar Connolly will look to be the battering ram in the 13 jumper. Callum Ewing, strong, elusive finisher on the left wing with Ivan Minnett-Jones on the right-hand side, and Ian Ferguson once again takes his number 15 jumper for the Celtic Dragons. Here we go. We are ready for action. It is the final matchup. We've said it 100 times already. We'll say it 100 more. This is the final time you can slip up. The final time you can take an L before it ends your season. The Dragons and the Jaguares going head to head right now. Final game of the regular season. So the two sides ready for kickoff. The Jaguares playing in the orange and black up against the Celtic Dragons in the white and a bit of purple on the sides. It is underway we go. Benicia kicks off this final round robin fixture with a short kick, and the Dragons pull it in through Milton Samiu and set it up here for Daniel Jenkins. Pops it aside, it's advantage Jaguares. Forward pass of the first phase from Daniel Jenkins. And an early turnover for the Jaguares. Well, this is, yes, a very big chance to being replayed in a couple of weeks' time.
Set.
If the Dragons can slip through the qualifying playoff matchup, it could potentially meet either of the Toa or, of course, these Jaguares with a very good scrum there as well. Now, Cancelliere moves down to his backline, but he goes out wide very quickly. Here's Maroney, a chance on the outside end. Ferguson comes across and hammers him. Close to the touchline, he does well, Maroney, to stay in the field of play. Cancelliere goes short, charging the line nicely as Orlando, and he flows beautifully as well to Lavanini. Jaguares close to the line, and they're dangerous at this point as well. Charging up from Matera, big hole, massive gap for Maroney as well, and they almost get to the line, 2 meters short. Landing is Decio, he'll go left side, oh, massive high tackle. Will Rogers has come scorching through there very high. And he's wiped him out. And a penalty to the Jaguares. Oh, they're going to the sidelines. 9 minutes in. That is a gimme 3 points. Why wouldn't you take them? Bonicia would hit that easily. But they have opted for the sidelines. And now Augustine Clevey with a big chance, a big opportunity for his side to step it off with not only 5 but possible 7 has been snaffled away, and Payman Silva delivers a thunderous punt out of his own in goal. Well, it all went pear-shaped there very quickly. Craig Anderson with the nick. And now they've just lost a good 30 metres on the 10-metre line. This time they hit the man, it's Tomas Lavanini. And they set it up, Cancelliere. Into midfield, Benicia. Oh, Benicia running very well. Decio offloads as well. De La Fuente, room on the outside channels. This Buffelli puts a little grabber, looking for the support to run through, but he has to do all the work himself. Turned over Matera. Here come the Jaguares. Big chance again for Orlando. Maroney and Orlando have been massively involved in this, but it's slow ball for Creevy. He can't find it. Silver's got it again. And Will Rogers once more escapes their own goal line. And the Dragons with another get-out-of-jail-free card. Now here's a run back. Lavanini. Benicia through the hands with Medrano. Therefore, the loose Roboto has been knocked off from De La Fuente. There's an easy gain of 50 metres for the Dragons. A bit of ball now for Jenkins. Oh, it's a nice pass to a hard-running Adam Middop-Jones. And we'll go back. Referee decides. Knock on from the Jaguares.
Crouch.
Scrum will pack down just inside the 10-metre line. We got 5 metres or so for Payman Silver and his Celtic Dragons. Now watch out for what they can do here. Christian Torlatore, the man adapted playing. Oh, that midfielder in the back of the scrum. Oh, he's been bulldozed off the ball here. The Jaguares will turn it over. Cancelliere to Benicia. Skipping out, going wide to Orlando, who kicks for the right-hand touchline. Gets a nice bounce on the inside. Keeps it away from Ferguson. And plays that territorial game. De La Fuente completely missed from that set movement. And now the Dragons will have the line out just inside their own 10-metre line, probably 35 or so from their try line. And the back Anderson, now he's lost it. Lavanini gets the steal back. It's tit for tat at the moment. It's here come the Jaguares out wide. Buffelli with a chance on the touchline. He's taken a good tackle from Middop-Jones again. Those two having a good battle already. Botta gives nicely to Cancelliere. Oh, there's numbers out here. They've got to get a chance for Penny. Oh, no, another high shot. Guido Penzi was rampaging. And now they look at this, the Jaguares. Surely they've got to take 3. Half an hour gone, and they will slow it down. They've been camped down here, and they've taken so far nothing from it whatsoever. Here's Benicia. Easy 3 points. And you've got to wonder, 15 minutes ago, even, what is it, 20 minutes ago, they had the same chance on the right-hand side of the uprights. They should have taken those three. They could have been up 6-0 at this point, if not more. But they've had to toil. And you've got to give the credit now to the Celtic Dragons. They have withheld them for long enough. And look at the start, beautiful! Lavanini, what a pass from them! Outside they go, and it's a try! Leguzamon will score! Oh, that is top shelf rugby from the Jaguares. Straight off the kickoff, Lavanini made the burst. Great ball to his back row buddy, Juan Manuel Leguzamon. And the try is finally scored, completely unexpected. Lavanini did fantastically there. And his pass to an unmarked and wide open Leguzamon has plenty of speed in those old legs. Oh, this was magical. Straight off the kickoff, a fantastic line and even better pass from Lavanini. And the Jaguares, well, they struck with the three and we thought maybe the Dragons will be happy. They've got away with that. They survived a lot of early pressure. And then they just gifted a 7. Pretty much you'd bang combination to knock this over. And that is a gift after all their hard work to keep them out. Oh, they've given them pretty much an easy 10 points overall. That is a massive turnaround for the Jaguares. 10-0 the scoreline. And as we expected early on in this fixture, they will be tough to beat as we go towards halftime. 6 minutes to the break. And it seems now again that the Jaguares are slowly but surely taking control of. There's been very little chances. This could be a chance back their way though. Big turnover, big penalty, and a big chance to get themselves in the game. Oh, this is huge. Off the kickoff now, they've got to go for 3 here. This is a chance, and they do. Yeah, you've got to give the credit now. Steve Tickoggs, smart rugby man. He knows what the goal is here. They've got to get on the board just before halftime, and now they're in a position to attack that lead. We've had nothing for an opening half an hour, and now it is a 13-point flurry in just a handful of minutes. That sees the scoreline rocket its way out to 10 points to 3. Back within one converted try of being tied up again for the Dragons. Oh, now a high shot on Daniel Jenkins, and that is the try scorer Leguzamon. Ill discipline has hammered this late half for the Jaguares. And do they take an option of touch here? They've got to be quick because time is ticking. Surely they will get the restart here with 10 seconds to play. They will. Will Rogers breaks off 20-odd metres. And this is last chance saloon for the first half. Buzzer goes. Daniel Jenkins, he took the high shot. And it's Anderson at the back. Here's Silva. Nice little dummy in play from him. Tickoggs goes in towards the line for turning it back towards the forwards. And they struggle, and they will lose possession. Back to the Jaguares it goes. Guido Petty back to Orlando. And he drills this into touch. That'll end the half. Contrasting opening 30 minutes to the following 10. Jaguares battled and dominated, but they couldn't give themselves more than a 7-point lead. They've had all the possession, all the territory, everything going their way. But at this point, a 7-point lead looks like it won't be enough. The Dragons, they can strike, but you got to wonder which of these two teams will keep their composure in the second 40 minutes. It all comes down to players on the field, and a bit of territory as well is going to be very important. Getting in those right areas and taking those chances at 3. Underway we go. Will Rogers kicks deep. Petty. Oh, nice pull back inside, and Botta again is a hard man to bring down. Here's Decio. Goes to run. Left it. So chance and intercept. Offload it goes to Minute Jones. One man on him, and he takes him down to the 22. Penalty, Jaguares. Oh, big play. Emiliano Boffelli. One-on-one tackle to be made. He made the tackle and got up, released the player on the ground, and then jackled for the ball. Took it over, not released from Ivan Minute Jones. And the penalty goes to the home team. Well, there's a reason they are yet to be defeated this season. That is just how clutch they can be. Here's Clevey to throw, and it's just taken again. from Lavanini. The kick away from Cancelliere is fielded there from Ferguson. And now they'll run it back. Minute Jones beats the tackle. Offloads brilliantly. And now a run away from Caleb Cook. Down the right-hand touch, taken brilliantly. Executing the tackle to perfection on the chase back from Jacqueline Tukelet. Around the bootlaces. And Caleb Cook fell like a big old log in the forest. Here's the line out. Again, it's to the back of Lavanini. And the Jaguares attack. DCO in midfield is dangerous. Orlando goes high into the 22. And again, Ferguson is there. Looks to run it back, and he does nicely. Silva slips it back again. And it's Caleb Cook once more. This time, DCO takes him down. The white jerseys come just in the nick of time, it seems. And it's there. Tornatore. Oh, he wiggles his way through. What a pass to Regan Hall on the outside. It's going to be a try to Tickard. The fight back is on. And the Dragons may well tie it up now. This has been an absolute to and fro encounter between these two sides. The Dragons have come to play. And the Jaguares, boy, they've got a task in front of them. Caleb Cook is having an absolute immense game out there. His line-breaking skills are off the charts tonight, and it is fitting so that Captain Steve Tekogs jumps in with the try. Great line from Regan Hall. He put them in behind the defence, and Tekogs still had Minute Jones on his outside, unrequired. Buffali was there in the chase. But we know the ability of that man, Steve Tekogs, to finish on the right-hand edge. Well, this is an important kick now for Will Rogers. 8-10 the score. The Dragons to tie it up. Rogers from the right-hand edge puts it over. And we have a game on our hands now. 10-all is the score. And we have 25 minutes to play. Well, the Jaguares got in the tank here. Underway we go. Benicia again. It's been a half of the Dragons so far.
Release.
They have controlled this second, or we say 15 minutes of the game. Wide they come, the Dragons. Cutting back inside, and Will Rogers takes the line on. Turned over. Jaguares get the ball back, and a kick for touch. Leaving the corner, Benicia. But there is Ian Ferguson again on the money. And they run it back through Connolly. Supports there, and they cut it through the middle. The big boys getting involved now. Milton Samia there. Craig Anderson as well. Here's Rogers, though, going for an inside line there. Good run from Steve Tekogs. Turned over again. Oh, this is topsy-turvy rugby at the moment as the Jaguares look to bust their way through. Oh, dominated the breakdown. Now it's another turnover. Hall goes out. Left-hand side is Oscar Connolly. Again, he comes up against the big man in the back. Tukelet takes him down. He's been solid. Hall, Ferguson up in the line. All floats nicely. Here's a chance for Daniel. And the big tight end prop, Bonds Kukila Daniel, rumbles it close to Rogers. Midfielders Cook again. Here's Tekogs out wide. Minute Jones, a bit of room, a bit of work. Oh, Minute Jones could have given that there. That would have been a chance of the champions. Silva goes short to a charging run from the number 8 Tornatore. Here's Caleb Cook again. Caleb Cook, just a few minutes short. Turned over Jaguares. And Benicia slaps us away once more. This game is taking a massive toll on these two teams. Both sides throwing the kitchen sink at the attack. And with just 11 minutes to play, who will have this final say? Oh, not straight. Not straight. Daniel Jenkins with the error. And that could be crucial. There was a chance to attack there for the Dragons. They could have won that line out in the opposition half. A chance to get a penalty or something may have been the opportunity they were looking for. 10-10, 9 minutes on the clock. Cancelliere feeds. Solid scrum, as it has been all season from the Jaguares. Decio at the feet now. Benicia running at the line. Oh, he pivots nicely, beginning to get outside to Orlando, knocks it on. Decio slides through. That'll be a penalty. Oh, huge call from the referee. He's overruled the knock on and given it a straight up penalty. Orlando lost it. Decio claimed it should have been a scrum. Referee is given a full penalty here. Oh, that is terrible refereeing. But Will Rogers is going to line it up from 58 metres out to take the lead with 5 to play. Will Rogers, 58, right in front. Rogers nails it. Oh, that is a huge kick. Monumental thumper from Will Rogers. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remain. 3 points is the difference. Dragons lead. Jaguares under pressure. We've seen them come back from this before. Taken nicely. Finds it to Connolly. He's got Minute Jones. Minute Jones on the rise. He'll score it. No one's home. What a try. Dragons are in. Game, set, match. This one's all over. Oh, the Jaguares have finally been defeated. It's taken all season long. But the Dragons will do it. I thought there may be another twist. I think that was Caleb Cook who took it in. He found Oscar Connolly and then gave it to his winger, his finisher, Ivan Minute-Jones, down the sideline. And a brilliant finish. It was left to bounce by the Dragons. I thought that could have been an ultimate sin, but they somehow made it work. And Minute-Jones will finish the Jaguares. Time is pretty much up. I don't think we'll have a restart. Let's see. We may have a restart. Will we see a buzzer? There goes the buzzer! And there goes the conversion! No bonus points. Nothing for the Jaguares. They finally lose. And it's the final game this season. Final match for the Dragons. Final game for the Jaguares in the regular season. It is 20 points to 10. And it is all over. Dragons stun Jaguares. Read the headlines tomorrow morning. It is going to be one that will be fondly remembered from Season 4 for the Celtic Dragons. They've had a season of indifferent performances, but today they put all that to bed. Ligusmo on the one try for the Jaguares, and it was Benicia with the conversion and the penalty for the Dragons though. Tekods and Minute-Jones with one apiece. Will Rogers flawless from the tee, 2 conversions and 2 penalty goals. Would you say it? The captaincy at Tekods was the difference. Second half though was a dominant display from the Dragons. They were getting thumped in the first 30-35 minutes of this matchup. Then they took control. They clawed their way back and they took over this game. They had it all to do, and this time they stood up and made it happen. 20 points to 10. What a way to round off the regular season. Next up is finals, and can you believe it? We've made it this far. Let's check out the results, the tables, and who will be lining up for those big knockout clashes. So let's have a look at those now, and you can see, regardless of the result that we've just witnessed, the shock of the Dragons down in 4th position, upsetting the Jaguares for the first time. No one's drawn with them, no one's beaten them, no one has managed to tip them over. Everyone got close, but this time the Dragons just had enough in the tank. They took it to the bitter end. The final 10 minutes was theirs. 74th minute penalty, a 78th minute try. That was enough to defeat the Jaguares. The Dragons though celebrate that, but without a bonus point, we'll see in a second, it won't be enough to take them up to 3rd spot. But still, what a way to head into the finals with that victory as your last performance in the regular season. They go on to the quarterfinals now, and you can see the fixtures here. We've got pretty much all the way down to the semi-finals now, ready to go. The last game, or the actual last game, was the Glasgow Warriors over the Exeter Chiefs. No bearing whatsoever on the actual table or the playoffs, but that certainly has been a great end to the season. The Jaguares finally have been defeated. We see quarterfinals, so the position now is 3rd to 6th play in these quarterfinals. The semi-finals will see 1 and 2, and you can see the bottom there, Jaguares are back. And the Toa, we haven't seen the Pacific Toa for ages. They had a bye in round 13. They played at the start of round 12. It's been a long time, and they are also the 2nd semi-final. So I'm predicting that is like a Sunday matchup. It has been a long, long time since we have seen the Pacific Toa. Who they play, though, we will be unsure, as it will be the winner of the Flakers versus the All Flakes, and the winner of the Dragons versus the Guardians that will take on the Jaguares and the Toa. Which way around they end up will depend on who wins each matchup, as it's obviously top qualifier versus bottom. So it'll end up as Jaguares versus the lowest ranked qualifier and the Toa versus the higher of the two ranked qualifying winners. But we'll see after that first quarterfinal as to who will be playing who in those semis as well. So there we go. We've made it. We've finally made it to the big showdown. The ultimate big dance is almost upon us. But first things first, we need to say goodbye to two teams, Flakers and All Flakes versus the Dragons and the Guardians. That is going to be two huge matches. So how they all end up on the table, let's take a look at that first. So, like we said before, regardless of the loss of the Jaguares, amazing, isn't it? 11 wins, 1 loss. 50 points flat. They would have hoped they could have made that 55. It would have been even more impressive to win by a 10 or 11 point margin at the top of the table over the Toa, who lost 3 games throughout the season, but they hung on to second. The Flakers, they'll be annoyed. If they could have won that last game, they could be in second having that weekend off, but they just couldn't do it. Further down the table, we see the Dragons. They finished 4th now. What an end to their season has been. 41 points. I mean, if they turn those 2 draws into wins, they could have been in second position. They finished on 41 points. And you see, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th separated by 3 points between 2nd and 4th, with just 2 between 2nd and 3rd, and 1 between 3rd and 4th. That is just as tight as you could ever get it. Guardians and the All Flakes, well, they had a bit of a battle between themselves. They yo-yoed over the top of each other for quite some time, but in the end, the Guardians got the points they needed to just manage to tickle it over the All Flakes. Unfortunately, we say goodbye to the Crusaders, who are only, by the end of the season, 4 points behind the All Flakes. That would have been an upset if the defending champions missed out on the playoffs altogether, but we only have space for one AI side. The Crusaders just could not quite get that extra result they needed. Leinster still were there as well, a further 2 points back, 4 points to Glasgow on 24, Clermont, Saracens, Toulouse and the Exeter Chiefs way down there, not troubling anyone this season. Look at the Exeter Chiefs. I thought we might have a winless team and a lossless team, if that's even a word, but unfortunately Jaguares couldn't do it. Chiefs though, well done, 12 games, 12 losses. Certainly nothing to be proud of there. Okay, that sets us up. Next episode will be quarterfinal number 1, Flakers versus All Flakes. This is going to be top performing players versus top performing players. Rotation may well say goodbye here as we look to just put the best teams out there on the paddock. It's going to be your players though, as per always, and we will have the team naming like we always do for this next matchup as well. So make sure to stay tuned here on the channel. If you like the series, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Next season on Rugby Challenge 4, we hopefully will have even more players getting involved and more action as well. But today, that is it. Regular season done, and we are looking forward now to the playoffs. It is winner take all. A place in the semis, and then looking for a place in the finals. I'll see you for it next episode. Flakers, All Flakes. Until then, thanks for watching, and take care.